So in order for them to get away from the stupid things mentioned in their books, they say, oh, I'm Quran only. But here we go, we have Quran in front of us. Is this guy going to deny the Quran, saying that Allah, saying it clearly that the sperm is coming from the backbone of the man, the ribs of the women? Sperm will become a congealed blood. And yet the Muslim, they say the Quran speak about the embryo. Somebody remind me about the fresh and salty water. Thank you for reminding me. You see, another thing, the Muslims, that they have videos about the Quran speak about fresh and salty water don't mix. Let me search for the video. All right. If you go and search on YouTube, you will find tons of videos made by Muslims saying to you the following. Look at the title. Millions of videos. Barrier between sweet and salty water. Miracles of the Quran. Seas is not mixing with each other. Miracle of the Quran. Verses from the Quran about two rivers to meet, but they don't mix. Listen carefully. It says they don't mix. Water reacts to Quran secret Zamzam. This is a different story. Hold on. This is Zakir Naik. I want to see Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik is my favorite. I cannot let him go. Sorry.
In Surah Furqan, chapter number 25, verse number 53, which says that He has let two bodies of flowing water, one sweet and palatable, and the other salty and bitter. Though they meet, they do not mix. There is a barrier which is forbidden to be trespassed. Previously, we human beings knew that there are two types of water, sweet and salty. But the commentator of the Quran could not understand what does God Almighty mean by saying that these two waters, when they meet, they're not.
Look at this guy, how his mouth is open, the one in the back. Now this guy is showering them with his lies. And look how easy we can get him busted. But I will let you hear him.
Mix, and there is a barrier which is forbidden to be trespassed. Today, after science is advanced, we have come to know that whenever one type of water flows into the other type of water, it loses its constituents and gets homogenized into the water it flows. This today science calls as the transitional homogenizing area, which the Quran refers to as barzakh, as a barrier. And this can be seen in Cape Point, the southernmost tip of South Africa. And when we see even the color of the water between these two types of water differs. And Professor Hay.
Okay, just to show you how this lie is easy to not only to prove that Muhammad is a certified donkey. Not only this is a lie, Muhammad is claiming that the fresh water and salty water, they are two seas. They never met. They never mix. Let us go to the verse. Just to show you how they lie. I mean, their lies is so stupid, so naive. But you know, if you are an ignorant yourself, how you can fight stupidity? You cannot. You're already ignorant. So if we go, here we go. He's quoting chapter 25, verse number 53. I will go there in front of your eyes. Read with me and die laughing. Additional proof that Muhammad is a fraud. And he said that the one who did the interpretation at that time, they could not understand it, which is absolutely false. And it is he who has let free the two seas, between two bracket, two kind of water. That's in the Quran. The Quran says two seas. And we will go back to this one. One is palatable and sweet, and the other one is salt and bitter. And he has set a barrier, complete partition between them. Do you see the word complete partition between them? There's a complete. What he was showing us in the video, or in the slide, those water they mix. It just take them time, because always there's a current coming behind. It's a too huge amount of water. It's not like otherwise we can right now, you can go to the kitchen, get a cup of water, put salt in it, and get a fresh cup of water and put them in one pot. You will see them mix right away. So who said that the fresh water and salty water don't mix? It's a lie. That is stupid to say. You can try it right away, because if it doesn't mix, that means that's it, doesn't mix. But this is not what Muhammad is saying. Muhammad the fool, he thought there's a sea for a fresh water and there's a sea for salty water. This is why we have always a fresh water if you dig in the ground, and that is the sea. and we have always salty water. So he's praising Allah, that Allah is the one who made for us fresh water and salty water. They are not mixing, which is scientifically wrong, because the fresh water we have is coming from the ocean anyway. So how we can prove this is what the Quran is saying clearly? Let us go. There's other verses in the Quran. And again, thank you for the one who remind me about those verses. I appreciate you. He said that the word barzakh mean a barrier. The fact the word barzakh in Arabic mean a solid piece of land, dry land. The same thing appear in 2 chapters in the Quran, or 3 chapters in the Quran. Chapter 23, verse number 100, the word barzakh, I mean, and chapter 25, verse number 53, and chapter 55, verse number 20. The word barzakh here, in the chapter 23, verse number 100, have nothing to do with our topic, but the same meaning. Barzakh is a piece of land. Read with me carefully. Chapter 25, verse number 23. It says actually, وَحِجَرٌ مَحْجُورًا. It's a piece of a dry land. In verse number chapter 55, verse 22, it says, between them there's a barzakh. They cannot pass through forever. They cannot. Period. Read with me carefully. Between them there's a barrier which none of them can transgress. Do you see it? None of them can transgress. So based on the Quran, those two waters, they never mix, ever, which is false. Now let us go and see the interpretation for the verse. Is it really the word barzakh mean dry land, or Christian Prince may be making things up? Let us see. So if we go here to chapter 25, verse number 53, and we go to Ibn Kathir as an example. All right. This is the interpretation. The liar Zakir Naik, he says that they could not understand. Why they can understand? The word barzakh is a clear word. It's a piece of land. Now let us see. We don't want to waste your time, so we will say this. Do you see what the word barzakh mean? Let me zoom in. Do you see the liars? What they say to you? They say to you that there is, because the two waters have two different concentration, that is causing the barrier to exist, right? Where the Quran is speaking about a dry piece of a dry land. Do you see it? The barrier, the word barzakh, it is a dry land. And then Ibn Kathir continues saying, it's a complete partition, a barrier between them from reaching the other. They cannot even touch each other. Do you see it? So do you see how they lie? Now those lies can work if you are an ignorant person. This is why I say to you, please, when I share with you my videos, I spend my hours with you, teach your children. Your children, they go to school, they meet Muslims, they will fool them. They will play for them those videos. And they can be victim. Your son can, you know, like the guy from Australia who suddenly he found his son in Syria as a suicide bomber. What a shame. Where is the family all those years? 16 years old kid, where he been? Where is the family? Where is the mother? Where is the parents? So that can happen to your son too. This is very dangerous cult. They can recruit your son to join this cult, easy, because you thought, oh, my son is smarter. No, he's not. This religion is very deceiving. It's different. This is not like Jehovah's Witnesses. This is a religion of the devil himself. They do anything they can in order to make you believe. Anything. Lying. Anything is halal. Nothing for them is not permitted, as you see. Otherwise, ask yourself, why this guy, why he risk his reputation speaking in TV, saying there is a barrier, it's a miracle, scientific miracle, when the fact it is a complete partition. It's proven that to be stupid, because according to Muhammad now, the water is two seas, which is false, because this is what the Quran is saying, two seas, and the fresh water and salty water, they mix, which is absolutely. So look how they make a scientific error, they make it a miracle. Muhammad is claiming that Allah, he created a land between the sea of the fresh water and the sea of the salty water, and they don't mix. They cannot transgress. Do you see it? So there is two seas, and one is salty, one is fresh, and those seas will never mix ever, because thanks to Allah, he put a piece of land between them. Actually, in different verse, even the Quran make it more clear, and Ibn Kathir is quoting that. It says here, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ حَاجِزًا. What he did? He between the two seas a barrier. Let us go there. Chapter 27, verse number 61. I mean, how clear we can make it. Look. Read carefully. Isn't it he, which means, you know, Allah, whatever, he is the one who made the earth fixed abode, made a fixed body between them, and he placed a river, sorry, he placed a body between the two seas, so they will never ever mix, and he set a barrier between the two seas. How clear we can make it? He set it. This is the Muslim translation. Ibn Kathir is making it more clear, saying to you, oh, hold on, this is a barrier, which is a piece of land. He made it clear, it's a barrier. He set a barrier. They don't never met, they don't transgress, they never exceeded, they cannot pass by. But this is not the case for the fresh water and salty water when they meet each other in the sea. So they lie, and they expect you to be a fool, so the lie can go through. That's the bent in your foolishness. He set a barrier between the two seas, and they are not mixing. Totally. Anyway, this is Ibn Kathir. You know, if you are a Muslim, don't argue with me about it. This is your Ibn Kathir. Argue with Ibn Kathir, and I can show you Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, and this is pure Arabic. Have nothing to do actually with tafsir, because the word barzakh mean simply a barrier of a dry land. This is why Ibn Kathir, he says the barrier, the word barzakh, he put it for you in Arabic. Here we go, it's in Arabic, and he said barrier mean a partition which is a dry land. Not only it's a barrier, it have to be a dry land, because barrier can be anything, you know, anything. It can be a curtain, you know, between two things, like for light. But this is a dry land, a must, because this is what the word barzakh mean. All right. So anyway, I want to say thank you guys for being here. I hope we cover most of the topic for today, and I hope we learn. They play you when they can. How you let them do it? If you let them do it, it's your fault, not their fault. You see, even when you study law, law says law don't protect the fool. You don't go to the judge, you say I was a fool. You don't accept that. You don't say I do not know about traffic light law. He don't believe you. That's not the answer. Law does not protect the fool. Law is made to protect the one who know it, who know how to use it. So they fool you because they are assuming that you are a fool, or they wish that you are one. So we can hunt you, we can recruit you, we can join, you can join this cult, and then we can take over. All right. Anyway, guys, I think we have enough for today. I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you. Until we see you soon again, I say may the Lord bless you all. Christ is Lord, Islam made by the dummy for the dummy. And if a fool like Muhammad can fool you, the question is, how foolish are you? See ya.